Hello and welcome. We are the academic counseling team at Seattle Pacific University, and we've created this video to help cover over things that you'll want to know regarding your class planning and registration for next quarter. First, let's go over your academic team. You have two people who will work alongside you during your time at SPU. Your first and primary team member will be your faculty advisor. They will be your main point of contact for advising related questions. Their strength is their knowledge of the major or minor, but they are also able to assist with general requirement questions as well. But when those and other questions become too tricky, those questions can make their way over to your second team member, your academic counselor. Our strength resides with knowledge of SPU's general degree requirements, catalog information, policy details, and so on. Sometimes faculty will go to us directly, or sometimes they will refer you over to us for help. Technically, you are also a team member. It is your degree, and it is ultimately your responsibility to be on top of all of your requirements. But again, you are not doing this alone. You have a team that can and will help you out. You also have online resources that are available to you at any time. Those resources are your UG degree check and banner, the suggested course sequences, along with the time schedule and undergraduate catalog. Normally, this would be the portion of the presentation where we would have a student log in to their banner account and pull up their UG degree check as an example. Instead, you're welcome to check these out on your own time. Just go to spu.edu and click on the My SPU link in the upper right-hand corner of the page to get started. But please, take some time to become more familiar with these resources prior to your registration time. The degree check is the only place where you can see, in real time, your progress towards your degree requirements. The suggested course sequences help answer the question of what a 4-year plan might look like for your major. The time schedule not only lets you know when courses are offered, but also if there are prerequisites and restrictions for courses as well. Lastly, the catalog is like the rule book for your degree, spelling out the details of degree requirements, academic policies and procedures, and a lot more. Again, these are always available for you to check out online. You may have already received or will receive some emails about the upcoming registration week. Typically, 2 messages are sent prior to registration week. The first one will inform you of who your faculty advisor is, what holds you currently have on your account, and a reminder about online resources. The second one will come closer to registration week, reminding you where in Banner you can find the start time and day for your registration window. Do note that the email will not list your registration day and time. You can only find that information in Banner. As mentioned, the first email will alert you of any registration holds that you may currently have. But about a week before registration week, you will also want to check in Banner for any possible holds. To do that, log into Banner, go to the Student menu, then to the Registration and Class Schedules menu, and you will find the Class Registration and Planning link. Click on that, and a new browser tab will open up, giving you 5 registration options. Click on Prepare for Registration and you will see whether there are any holds or not. Do note that all students will have that Meet with a Faculty Advisor hold until they have completed more than 45 credits at SPU. If you do have any holds, do contact the department or entity that placed the hold on your account. As mentioned earlier, the time schedule is a great place to see if some of your targeted courses have restrictions or prerequisites. Without meeting the restriction and/or prerequisite, you will not have access to register for the course. Restrictions and prerequisites are placed for a number of reasons, but they are there to ensure that the appropriate students have access to these courses. For example, Math 2360 Intro to Stats for the Sciences has a restriction that only allows science majors into the course. It also has prerequisites that, in essence, are making sure that students who are prepared to take college-level math are the ones who have access. Getting back to the major restriction, do note that in many cases, you are able to declare your major right away. Most majors allow you to declare in order to gain entry. To do so, you will need to access your UG degree check. Just log into Banner, go to Student menu, then to the Academic Records menu to find the UG degree check. Once you've clicked on that, you will be able to see your current major. You can drop a major, change it, or add a new one in this area. Do note that there are some limited enrollment or portfolio required majors where students cannot declare but can list themselves as an intended major for the time being. And yes, it is okay to be an undeclared major if you're unsure. The staff at the Center for Career and Calling do teach some courses for students who are exploring options, so feel free to look into those. Many of you have gotten the chance to register over the summer via a new student advising appointment, but others who opted for direct registration may be registering via Banner for the first time. In either case, it's good to go over the steps involved in registering. After logging into Banner, go to Student menu, then Registration and Class Schedules menu, and locate the Class Registration and Planning option. When the new browser tab opens up with the 5 options, select Register for Classes. Typically, only the next quarter is available to select as the next term open for registration. After selecting that, you will reach the screen where you can perform the actual registration. As noted in the tabs in that area, you can find classes, enter CRNs or course reference numbers, or even pull up a saved plan. But however you pull up your courses, you will eventually add them to your summary in the lower right-hand area, and then click on a Submit button that would appear in the very lower right. For a number of reasons, using the Plan Ahead feature might be your best bet. With the Plan Ahead feature, you are able to pull up and save your courses ahead of time, saving you extra work when you go to register, instead of having to look up courses or insert CRNs one by one. Plan Ahead is one of the options when that second browser tab pops up after selecting the Class Registration and Planning option. It does use the same search feature from the actual registration page, only you are not actually registering. Instead, you are saving those courses into a plan that you can then pull up and load into your summary when you go to register. Your saved plans are also viewable by your academic team, so it makes those conversations more efficient. So, at your convenience, do play around with the Plan Ahead feature to make your future registrations a simpler process. Recall that you may still have a faculty advisor hold to resolve before registration week. You will want to contact your faculty advisor regarding how to schedule that appointment. Prior to that appointment, there are things you can do to make it a successful meeting. We've already addressed number 3, where you can build your class schedules and plan ahead, and have your faculty advisor review those in advance. We've also covered over your online resources, declaring your major, and even using the time schedule to check for prerequisites and of course time conflicts. But be sure to have some backup courses in mind, in case your first choice options aren't open when it's your time to register. The Plan Ahead feature does allow you to save multiple plans, so that is a good place for your backup options. Lastly, bring your questions to the meeting. Faculty have other students on their advising roster who need assistance, so they may not be able to answer complicated questions outside of a meeting. To make the best use of their time and yours, have all of your questions ready to go when it's your time to meet with your advisor. There are even more resources available to you beyond Banner, the catalog and time schedule, and so on. Our Student Academic Services website contains even more information such as how to calculate your GPA, how to change your faculty advisor, and much more. You should also have been receiving our Navigate Your First Quarter emails. Those are also archived on our SAS website as well. The Student Resource Hub is a centralized place where students can access not only academic help, but career, student life, wellness, and other resources. You can find the hub by going to spu.edu and clicking on Academics near the top of the page. During registration week, the academic counselors host drop-in appointments for registration issues, like if all of your backup courses are unavailable. Lastly, you can schedule a standard appointment with your academic counselor by going to spu.edu/UAC. Click on the name of your academic counselor to access the online scheduler. And that's it. Because this is a pre-recorded video, feel free to go back and review any of the previously covered areas. Hopefully this was a helpful review of your academic team, the resources available to you, details regarding the upcoming registration week, and how to prepare. Thanks so much and have a great rest of your day.